What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AC Reviews the World. I'm your host, AC the Engineer, and we are at episode 152. Let's give it a round of applause. Yes, 152. Now we're moving on up there. I told you I'm trying to get to one-piece numbers. That is the goal. Get to one-piece numbers. We meet every single Monday through Friday. Never be missing unless I have to, but we'll always do a makeup show. But we meet Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 if you want to be exact. But let's do a little housekeeping first. So first thing first, what you need to always remember when watching the show, if you disagree with anything I said, please leave a comment. Let's have a discussion about it. I'm never going to say I'm always right. I'm never going to say I always know everything. But the best way for us to discuss these type of topics is to talk about it in a reasonable way. I'm never going to say I know everything. So let's talk about it and have a discussion. That's the best way we move forward as a people. At least that's my thinking. Now, let's first things first. The best way to show your support, because some people might be confused. The best way to show your support is just to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can be up to date on all the videos. But you know how I like to do it. We're about to jump right into it. How Future say, let's have a sensational show today, y'all. The first topic we're going to get it over to today is we got to go to Florida. Looks like Florida had a crazy weekend with a lot of chaos, a lot of teen takeovers, guns, and just a lot of things that spring break brings. So we're going to get over to that. We got a few videos to look at just to try to understand the situation. But let's get over into it and see what we can find out about what all happened in Florida during spring break. Let's jump over into it and see what we can learn, y'all.
It's a busy weekend for law enforcement in Volusia County trying to keep the peace during spring break.
Well, Sheriff Mike Chidwood says his deputies dealt with a big crowd on the beach Saturday afternoon. As West 2's Justin Shecker found out, in Daytona Beach, police were also called to 4 separate shootings within 24 hours.
Why is everyone running?
Sheriff Mike Chidwood answered that question Monday as he explained what caused this chaotic situation Saturday on Daytona Beach.
There were 0 gunshots on the beach because what they were doing was crushing a water bottle to make it sound like a gunshot to stampede the crowd.
The Volusia County Sheriff says this was a situation during spring break where an unsanctioned event promoted on social media led to the large crowd of up to 10,000 visitors.
I can say, as the sheriff, we're going to declare a special event zone. And if the city commission says my police department is not going to participate in that, then why the hell am I declaring a special event zone in the city of Daytona Beach?
Commissioner Stacy Cantu confirmed the city commission did not set up a special event zone ahead of time. She also says city leaders were caught off guard by this big pop-up event on the beach.
This commissioner will give any tools that the police department wants, but I am not going to sit on social media and look for every event. That's not my job.
Well, the sheriff says no shots were fired on the beach. Daytona Beach police say they responded to 4 shootings within 24 hours on Saturday.
Everybody, we were ducking. Yeah, it was like I heard pop, 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 and then my husband said, get down, they're shooting. So I ducked down behind the fence.
The shots around 11:15 p.m. outside Cruising Cafe on South Atlantic Avenue. Can be heard in this cell phone video Melly Cranford recorded of a fight.
The people were fighting in the street, and they just kept attacking this one kid, and he'd get away from them, and somebody over here would start attacking him again. And it was horrible.
She says,
now, is this just the wave of teenagers and young adults coming into Florida, or is this just Florida itself? You got gang fights. Jumping fights, more like it. I don't know if it's gang, you can consider it gang fights, but getting jumped on, shots fired. Is this just what you can expect down there in Florida for spring break?
Police have asked for a video as they continue investigating the shooting. They say injured a 19-year-old woman from Atlanta. Covering Volusia County in Daytona Beach, Justin Shecker, West 2 News.
It's a crazy situation out there. Let's go over into this next video.
this was the scene this morning on I-95 near Beville Road. South Daytona police say the suspect and the officer were both shot after a chase ended with that suspect firing at police after his car crashed. Channel 9's JJ Burton reports police said the officer is stable right now.
It started as a road rage shooting in Port Orange, and South Daytona police were helping Port Orange with this chase. The chief of police says his officer is lucky. He says God was on his side because he's expecting his officer to leave the hospital today. As for the suspect, he is in custody, but he is critical. Now, this is the officer, Jake Fezzington. He's been with the department for 2 years, and the police say that the suspect is Todd Anthony Martin. According to South Daytona police, Martin fired several shots at a driver stemming from a road rage altercation in Port Orange. He then led Port Orange police on a police chase, and they crashed his car on I-95 and the Interstate 4 interchange. And they say Martin then tried to run on foot. He then allegedly started shooting at officers. Then he got into Officer Fezzington's car. They say he then somehow set that car on fire and then got out and started shooting again. And that's when Officer Fezzington hit him, and he was also hit twice. Again, Martin is in custody. We're working to find out exactly his condition at this time here at the hospital. Reporting.
How does he set the car on fire? What is it?
In Daytona, I'm JJ Burton, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Developing at 6 chaos on the sand at Daytona Beach. As you can see here, huge crowds running frantically all over the shore. And at the same time, police in Daytona Beach are investigating 4 different shootings that happened in the city over the weekend. Channel 9's Demi Johnson has new information from police.
We know that there were no shootings here actually on the beach, but there have been 4 shootings in Daytona Beach since Friday. 2 of those happening on Seabreeze and Main Street, the city's 2 main tourist districts. We want to show you video of what happened on the beach here, though, yesterday. This was shot from a balcony above the beach at the Ocean Walk Resort. You can see thousands of people running down the beach and law enforcement from multiple agencies spread out across the sand. Kissy Dorito was in town with her family and says the chaos also spilled out onto the streets and on A1A.
Twerking, dancing, stopping traffic, cussing people, flipping people off, stopping everyone, screaming. It was insane. Stopping traffic, you couldn't move, you couldn't go forward, back, nothing.
Daytona Beach police tell me Friday there was a fight at the Joint Bar on Seabreeze where a shot was fired. No one was hurt. An hour later, someone was shot in front of Crunch Fitness. Then on Saturday, there were 2 shootings beachside. One of them happened on Main Street in front of the Cruisin' Cafe. Police say all of the victims are expected to be okay. You can see there is still a heavy law enforcement presence on Daytona Beach today. Police tell me they're still investigating whether the shootings that happened were connected to spring break or other pop-up events here in Daytona Beach. Reporting in Daytona.
This sounds I mean, just call me crazy, but it sounds like when a bunch of teens and a bunch of young adults come over, get overly drunk and intoxicated, they tend to lean more towards the violent side. And they start fighting, blocking traffic, cussing at people. What is the city going to do about this? Are they going to add more police officers? Probably not. Are they going to put limits on how many people can be out there? That's a possibility. But what can be done to stop this? It's only going to get, come on now, the people are getting, or young adults are getting more and more violent, it seems like, and more confrontational over the years. So it's just going to get worse as the years go by. At least that's my thinking, but let me know what your thoughts are, y'all. Let's keep going.
Daytona Beach, Demi Johnson, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
In a recent statement on social media, City Commissioner Stacey Cantu said in part, last night our beachside experienced a large unsanctioned spring break gathering that brought massive crowds to the area. As a city commissioner, I was not made aware in advance that such a large gathering might occur, and I look forward to working with our public safety partners to strengthen communication moving forward. Developing now, Southwest 3rd Street in Ocala has officially reopened following a death investigation.
Now, let's pivot over into this next video and see if they tell us any more.
This is the moment chaos erupts in Daytona Beach, Florida. Hundreds of people running across the beach Saturday after what appeared to be gunshots ringing out.
There were 0 gunshots on the beach. because what they were doing was crushing a water bottle to make it sound like a gunshot to stampede the crowd.
Now, here's a question. I as a growing boy, is this something I did as a young kid in school? Yes. I'm not going to say I did it. Was it to stampede or anything like that? No. Maybe it's just as a young adult, or I mean, not young adult, but as a kid when I did this type of stuff, it wasn't for the thinking because it sounded like a gun. It was a loud sound. At least that was my initial thinking. Now, could they have been their purpose for when doing this? Possibly. But was it to cause a stampede and cause people to run out? I don't know if you can just say that, but let's keep going.
The county sheriff says it happened even with dozens of law enforcement officers in the crowd. Later adding at least one weekend shooting was also spring break related. And in Port Aransas, Texas, police say a 17-year-old shot and wounded 5 people on a beach late Saturday night.
No one's running from gunshots.
But in Miami Beach, Florida, an iconic party town has worked on a spring break rebrand in recent years. And it seems to be working. Police say this weekend arrests plummeted almost 21% year over year. The city's surging resources, more police, DUI and license plate checks, but also parking and getting towed are more expensive.
The strategy that we implemented was an all hands on deck and a collective strategy involving not only the police department, but different city entities that made it very clear, we welcome you to our city, but if you decide to break the rules and break the law, you'll be dealt with accordingly.
That sounds like the best solution to me. Just hit them where it hurts, and that's their pockets. The best way to curb a lot of this is to making sure you have a lot of people on staff, a lot of people who are out there checking all the systems, towing cars, parking fee, everything you can do to make sure that the people who truly want to be there and will spend their money to be there. Because most of the time when you spend your money to do something, especially in this a crazy amount of the price is up there for if something goes wrong or if you do something wrong, you usually tend to act right. But let's keep going.
Racing a new strategy to avoid scenes like this. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News, Miami Beach, Florida.
We thank
you. That's one more. See what else.
Spring break chaos in Daytona Beach, Florida this weekend as beachgoers ran after hearing what they thought were gunshots.
This incident was clearly social media driven, okay? Let's all go and invade Daytona.
The crowd was there for a so-called beach takeover event, a large sudden gathering promoted online.
It was people crushing water bottles to start a stampede.
Officials say more than 50 deputies were in the middle of the crowd. While no actual shots were fired in this incident, the city of Daytona Beach responded to multiple shootings this past weekend. The sheriff's office reported 133 arrests, with spring break just getting started.
Daytona Beach Commissioner Stacy Cantu.
What is it that makes these events so dangerous?
Because they are organized by promoters and the city is not aware of it.
Just last month, 5 teenagers were shot at a takeover event in Jacksonville.
Follow the rules.
In the meantime, a marketing campaign in Fort Lauderdale doubled down on restrictions for this spring break. And in Miami Beach, officials there say they have already seen success from their approach with 21% fewer arrests as compared to the same time last year. First,
they got to do something, y'all. That's the only way that they can get or keep having the success that they want. They want more money to come into the system. That is the goal of anything like this. And when crime happens and when crime starts affecting tourism, that's when they start to they break down, or they get right to it. The best way to say it, they are not playing anymore with people. Now, let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Money is the main thing that drives a lot of this stuff. If money is affected, police start to move, or at least the people in power start to make them move. At least that's my thinking. Absolutely wild. Now we're going to pivot over into the second topic we're going to be discussing today. And we got to go over to Texas Rep Jasmine Crockett and her bodyguard. So it looks like her bodyguard was shot by SWAT members. Now, I don't know the whole situation, but they did release body cam footage that we're going to be looking at and just some videos about it. And just, of course, go over the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information about this situation. But what was he doing to make him get shot by bodyguards? Shot by SWAT team. Let's go over into it and see what we can find out about this situation. See if it tells us anything. Now, she's been in the hot seat for a while because she got let go, or she lost the re-election. But let's get over into it and see what we can find out about this whole situation and see what we can learn from it. Let's jump into it.
Outspoken Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett just lost the primary for the U.S. Senate, but she's back in the headlines because her bodyguard was just killed by a Dallas SWAT team. Turns out he was a wanted fugitive.
She's one of the most famous Democrats in Congress, a bare-knuckle political street fighter.
You are the least qualified FBI director in the history of the FBI.
Now Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is at the center of a firestorm over how she came to hire a fugitive from justice as her personal bodyguard. The bodyguard was 39-year-old Mike King. He was shot dead by a SWAT team in the parking lot of a Dallas Children's Hospital. Cops say the Congresswoman...
How does a congresswoman, let's be honest now, how does a congresswoman hire a fugitive on the run? Did she not do a background check? Did he give the false name? Or did she not care? Those are the questions.
Bodyguard fled into the parking lot during a police chase and barricaded himself inside his car. When he was forced out of his vehicle by tear gas, cops say he pointed a weapon at officers and was shot.
The Dallas SWAT doctor rendered aid. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
King's real name turns out to be Diamond Mazaire Robinson. Authorities say he was wanted on federal charges of impersonating a police officer and had a criminal record for theft and fraud. King was a fixture on the campaign trail accompanying the congressional firebrand during her recent bid for the U.S. Senate from Texas, which she lost.
We reached out to Congresswoman Crockett for comment, but did not hear back.
Wow. This man used a fake name and is known for impersonating officers. Somehow she'd never know. I wonder, was he stealing from her on the low? Stealing from the taxpayers? Let's go over into this next video where we can actually see the body cam footage.
I'm Major Nathan Swires of the Dallas Police Criminal Investigations Group. I will provide you with the details regarding the officer-involved shooting that occurred on March 11, 2026 in the 1900 block of Medical District Drive. This marks the 5th officer-involved shooting for the Dallas Police Department in 2026. The details you're about to hear are based on the preliminary investigation and may change as more information is confirmed. On March 11, 2026, the Dallas Police Fugitive Unit detectives were conducting surveillance related to an ongoing investigation involving a suspect with felony warrants. During that operation, detectives observed the suspect arrive at a parking structure located at 1934 Medical District Drive. At approximately 9:13 p.m., Fugitive Unit detectives entered the parking garage and surrounded a white Mercedes where the suspect was seated inside the vehicle with a female passenger. Officers gave verbal commands and the female passenger exited the vehicle and was detained without incident. The suspect remained inside the vehicle and refused to exit. Detectives attempted to negotiate with the suspect for more than an hour to resolve the situation peacefully. Officers offered the suspect multiple opportunities to surrender safely. Due to concerns that the suspect was armed and refusing to comply, SWAT officers were called to assist. Shortly after 10 p.m., SWAT officers arrived and continued negotiations with the suspect. At approximately 11:03 p.m., the suspect began to slowly exit the vehicle. Officers gave verbal commands for the suspect not to reach for a weapon. The suspect did not comply and began to produce a handgun. At that time, a less lethal gas chemical agent and a flashbang diversion device were deployed. 3 SWAT officers then fired their tactical rifles, striking the suspect. Officers approached and removed the handgun from the suspect's hand. A SWAT medic immediately began life-saving measures. However, the suspect was pronounced deceased at approximately 11:09 p.m. To ensure transparency, the department is releasing the relevant portions of body-worn cameras so the public can see what occurred. This incident is being investigated by the Dallas Police Department Special Investigations Unit, which investigates all officer-involved shootings. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office will conduct an independent investigation as required in all officer-involved shootings. The Office of Community Police Oversight has been notified of the incident. This remains an active and ongoing investigation. Information may change as forensic evidence and additional videos are reviewed. The Dallas Police Department remains committed to transparency, accountability, and maintaining the trust of our community.
Now, I love when officers are willing to are adamant about releasing the body cam footage. Let's get into it.
Hey, stop the car! Stop the car! Move your car, move your car. Stop! Stop! Go.
I don't think he knows that.
All right, come on. Yeah. Hey, Sarge, you roll through this light on us. We're continuing on. We'll stop when you want us to. We're back by the station.
I'll keep my lights on.
By the station. He's just rolling through these lights on us. You sick? You have your lights on, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's not stopping. We've hit him plenty of times. He is northbound on Market, crossing Jackson.
He's just gonna keep going through. Yeah, no, he's.
Yeah, Sarge, he's not stopping. He's to Maine. Looks like he's going through Maine. He's going through a red light. Do we have any coverts with him? Negative. No, he's going through red lights now. All right, he's shooting across. He got all the way in the right-hand lane. He crossed Jackson. I think he continues straight. Get to the right. See if we can get eyes on him.
I don't know if he made it right or not.
His hand goes down. I'm sitting this round. Yep. I need to know if he's got that gun on him.
We want you to feel peaceful. We want you to do what I ask you to do, and you won't get hurt. We don't want anybody to get hurt. It ain't working. I know you're on.
I got it.
All I want you to do is hey, when you exit the car, let it fall. Don't reach for it. Don't do anything. And nothing will happen. Just keep your hands up.
Stand up, I'm sitting this round.
You ready? What's your first day, man? Mike? Okay, Mike. Come on, get out. Get out. Keep your hands up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hands up. Don't reach. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's over with.
Come on.
That's all it takes. It's over with. They gave him a lawful order, and he flinches to take him out. Simple as that. This man was willing to die about this. Instead of going to jail, he was willing to throw his life away. I wonder if we'll get into what his exact crimes, what he is wanted for, but is it worth it? Let's keep going. Let's keep going into this.
Boom.
This is it. Come on, get out. Come on, get out. Get out. Keep your hands up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hand up. Don't reach. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, get behind cover, Jay.
Hold. All right, hey, we're fine. Easy. Everybody good? Is everybody good?
Smoke.
Okay.
You're good on the right. Good on the
You see the smoke coming out of that car?
right. Hey, watch your backs out. There's operators on that floor.
No.
Hey, walk away.
Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. This is it. Come on. Get out. Come on. Get out. Get out. Keep your hands up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hand up. Don't reach. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Easy. Hey, get behind cover, Jeremy. Back up.
They even had somebody behind him. Look at all these layers of, they are making sure everything is accounted for. Absolutely
Former employees
crazy
of Elon
thing.
Musk's
This porch
Department
is
of
a
Government
tripping
Efficiency.
hazard because the parking lot's too low. So I called one of my friends that owns a dump truck. He got me a load of gravel.
About got random stuff popping up. It's a crazy situation. Let's go over to the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information about this whole situation. Let's jump over into it and see what we can find out. So let's jump into it. So as we know, on March 11th, the 39-year-old Damon, who used the alias Mike King, a U.S. representative, Jasmine Crockett's security team member, was shot by Dallas police. After the pursuit, they began in downtown Dallas. He barricaded himself in a vehicle inside of a hospital parking garage in the medical district. After the standoff lasted several hours, police used tear gas to force him out. Robinson reportedly exited the vehicle and pointed a handgun at the officers, leading SWAT to the fatal shot, which is what we saw. Good. So Robinson had been operating under the name Mike King and ran a business placing off-duty officers in security jobs. Post-incident investigation by CBS revealed that he was a fugitive with multiple active felony warrants, including a parole violation and charged for impersonating law enforcement. In a statement released on Facebook, so Jasmine Crockett confirmed Robinson was on her security detail, but stated that her team had followed all U.S. House protocols for hiring and were saddened and shocked by the revelation of his past. And then they talk about how they released the body cam footage. What? So let's see, what are all his charges? That's what I really want to know about. So at the time of the fatal shooting, Damon was a wanted fugitive with several active warrants. His criminal history dating back to 2009, primarily involving nonviolent theft and fraud-related offenses. So he had a warrant dating back from 2017, 2 active felony warrants for theft, and then impersonating a law enforcement officer. At least 7 arrests for theft across various North Texas jurisdictions, including Dallas, Duncanville, and Irving. Fraud and identity theft. He used fictitious information to create fraudulent businesses, such as the off-duty police services, to hire actual police officers for security jobs. At the time of the standoff, he was in the possession of 2 stolen vehicles, a GMC and a Ford F-250, both equipped with the stolen government license plates. What? While he had no record of violent criminal in Dallas, police recovered 11 firearms from his residence and vehicles after the shooting, including at least one that was reported stolen. So he just loves to steal. That sounds like to me, he just loves to steal. And then, Jasmine, her office maintains that his background check went through all the proper channels and it did not flag anything. That man is a career criminal, working right next to a senator, stealing from people. All while all this is happening, he's stealing from people. Stolen car, stolen gun, stolen money. And he at the end of the day, all that was too much to where he ended up just basically, it seemed like death by police or suicide by cop. Because come on now, what does he think the situation was going to happen? He knew that he wasn't going to shoot his way out of it. So he basically tried to commit suicide by cop. It's a crazy situation, y'all. The world is a crazy place, and we never know who is lying about what they're telling us. We never know if the higher ups are lying. We have to rely on ourselves to try to figure out the truth, and sometimes it still might not be enough. It's a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that, and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. We're going to pivot now into the next topic we're going to be discussing today, and we're going to go over, it looks like, the former Doge. If y'all remember what Doge is, it hasn't been that long, but Doge staffers had a disposition. Disposition. However you say it, disposition, where it's been going viral recently, and basically just explaining what they were doing, what they felt like DEI was. And people are saying either they ate it, people are saying that he didn't even know what he was talking about. But let's go into it and see how we feel about it. We got 2 videos to look at, and then we'll go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information on this case. But let's see what the Doge staffers have to say. Everybody had a lot of questions now when they were doing their job, but let's get over into it and see what our thoughts are.
Musk's Department of Government Efficiency in the hot seat.
Back it up a tad bit.
Former employees of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency in the hot seat tonight.
You don't regret that people might have lost important income to support their lives?
No. Deposition videos from January tied to a civil lawsuit going viral online. Lawyers asked former Doge staffer Justin Fox about projects flagged as diversity, equity, and inclusion, including a documentary about Jewish women forced into slave labor during the Holocaust.
It's specifically focused on Jewish cultures and amplifying the marginalized voices of the females in that culture. It's inherently related to DEI for those reasons.
Fox said he used ChatGPT to help identify and eliminate DEI programs. The depositions are part of a lawsuit filed by humanities groups that say Doge violated the First Amendment by canceling.
Now, it is a little weird that they didn't have a formal definition, because my thinking is if they're going through and they're trying to eliminate DEI, you can tell me if that's bad or good or not. they would have a formal definition of what they consider the problem, what they consider needs to be taken down. Have examples of it, not using ChatGPT to give them the idea about this. Yes, it makes it easier. AI makes it easier, but the AI makes mistakes. AI needs to be double checked. Let's keep going.
More than 1,400 grants used to fund arts, history, and education projects. On Friday, the judge ordered the groups to remove the videos they posted. The government said Fox was harassed and received death threats because of them. The groups filed an emergency request to reconsider, but it was denied, and a hearing is set for this Tuesday. NBC News obtained the videos from the Internet Archive, and Musk even amplified one of the clips on X. In one video, former staffer Nathan Kavanaugh said their goal was cutting spending.
I think it was more important to reduce the federal deficit from $2 trillion to close to zero.
Did you reduce the federal deficit?
No, we didn't.
Before Doge ceased to exist and Musk's relationship with President Trump ended in a public feud, the agency claimed $150 to $180 billion in savings, far short of eliminating the deficit. Julie Sirkin, NBC News.
We thank you for watching.
Yeah, tell me your thoughts, y'all. Let's go over to one more video where it's playing more in depth about one certain person. Let's go into it.
How do you interpret DEI?
There was the EO explicitly laid out the details. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
It's okay. I'm asking for your understanding of it.
Yeah, my understanding was exactly what was written in the EO.
Okay. So can you...
I don't remember what was in the EO.
So right now, do you have an understanding of what DEI is?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your understanding as you sit here today in this deposition?
Well, it was exactly what was written in the EO. And so anytime that we would look at a grant through the lens of complying with an executive order, we would just refer back to the EO and assess if this grant had relation to it.
Okay, but I guess stepping back from your methodology strictly in terminating the grants, do you have an understanding as you sit here today of what DEI means?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your understanding of what it means?
Well, it is exactly what was written in the EO.
Okay, so
and I don't have the EO in front of me, but that was we would always reference back to the EO and make sure that this grant was in compliance with the EO.
I understand that. Okay, but I'm not asking necessarily about what was in the EO. I'm asking very specifically about your present understanding of what of DEI. Do you have a present understanding of DEI?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain what that present understanding is?
Well, it's just easier for me to be referencing back to the EO.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
I'm not refusing to answer the question.
Okay.
I just feel that referencing back to the verbatim executive order was the best way for us to capture all of the DEI language. And so I think giving a high-level overview of what I could relay as DEI is not going to do justice what was written in the EO.
And that's okay. We can look at the EO as well. Great. I'm asking you for, this is a deposition. I'm asking you questions. You're under oath. So you're required to answer them. So what is your understanding of what DEI means?
Well, I think I would say, again, that I would go back to the EO to make sure I'm capturing enough. I don't feel comfortable saying about
sensational. Go back to the EO. That's what he's saying. Go back to the EO and look at it. The executive order. As a lawyer, that sounds like as what a lawyer would think. I would think that sounds like a right answer. But he's not telling us how he truly feels about it. But the question is, should he tell us how he truly feels about it? Let's keep going into this.
High-level overview because it is such a big bucket, and there's just a lot of pieces of the puzzle.
What's a part of the bucket?
Gender fluidity, sort of promoting, promoting subsets of LGBTQ+ that might alienate another part of a community. Again, it was just easier for us to reference back into the EO.
Okay, so...
And I don't want to give you a broad overview because it's like, at the end of the day, it is capturing, it is all-encompassing in the EO. It's how we did our methodology.
Right. Do you always refer to EOs to gain an understanding of words used in your typical daily vernacular?
Objection.
What do you mean?
You say that you have an understanding of what DEI means, and when I ask you, you say you need to reference the EO. Do you need to reference EOs to define every word you use in your everyday life?
Objection.
No.
Okay, so what's stopping you from defining DEI to your understanding as you sit here today on January 28th, 2026?
It wouldn't be capturing enough of how big the topic is. DEI is very broad.
Now, tell me your thoughts on that, y'all. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think, some people are saying he won the argument, some people are saying he lost the argument. He definitely didn't answer the question how the interviewer wanted him to. But is that the best way he could give the answer, especially since this is a deposition? Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information about the whole deposition in itself. So let's get over into that and see what our thoughts are on this whole deposition. So as we know, in March 2026, a deposition video featuring former staffers from the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, an agency led by Elon Musk, went viral after being released as part of a lawsuit. Preliminary from the former DOGE staffers, Justin Fox and Nathan, I'm not even going to try to say the last name, revealed several controversial details about the agency's operation. Struggled to define DEI. Justin Fox, who was tasked with flagging federal grants related to diversity, equity, and inclusion for termination, reportedly struggled to provide a clear definition of the term during his questioning. Now, I wonder if they would have gave him the EO, but he's saying he could not remember what exactly was stated in the EO executive order. My thinking is, yes, you should have an understanding of what you are doing. You don't need to look at it. If you ask me, what is the definition of a bad engineering design, I'm gonna know that. If you tell me what just a wide, there's things that you know that when you're doing your job, you should understand without looking at the executive order, which is understandable. So the staffer admitted to using a specific keywords and AI tools like ChatGPT to identify and cancel grants related to LGBTQ studies and gender fluidity. So testimony indicated that the DOGE staffers canceled approximately 97% of the National Endowment of Humanities grants within a 22-day period. At least one staffer admitted that the agency aggressively cost-cutting measures, which included cutting 9% of federal workforce, ultimately failed to reduce the federal deficit. It definitely did. And we gotta call it how it is. The goal was to reduce the federal deficit, but it did not work. We ended up spending more money, and then Trump ended up sending more money away. It didn't do anything. It did open our eyes to, if you truly believe what DOGE was putting out there, of some of the things that we're spending our money on, but it didn't help at the end of the day. At least, so during the proceeding, staffers expressed that they had no regret regarding the loss of income for individuals affected by these cuts. So following a request from the Trump administration, U.S. District Judge ordered the temporary removal of the viral videos from the public platform on March 13, 2026 to determine if they were properly designated as confidential. Scholar groups and news organizations are fighting for the release of these videos, arguing that it's a matter of significant public concern. Elon Musk defends the staffers on social media, calling their actions legendary based. Now, like I said, let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Should he have been able to reasonably tell us what DEI is? And is it wrong that he didn't feel, that one of the people did not feel any remorse for what was happening? Now, the question remains, if you was in their position and you were told that these people, or you were shown evidence that these people were basically not needed in the workforce, would you feel bad about letting them go? Or are you thinking that's not what they did? But like I said, let me know your thoughts on this situation, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. It's a crazy situation, y'all. We're going to pivot now into our fourth topic for tonight. And we got to look at some body cam footage, because, I like looking at some body cam footage. So this next body cam footage we're going to be looking at, the title of it is A Wild Situation. We got a man ends up shooting his neighbor over a tree. Yes, I said it. Over a tree. But he shoots him not one time, but 12 times. 12 times you shoot your neighbor over a tree. We'll get over into it and see what our thoughts are on this whole situation and see how we feel about it. Let's get over into it.
It's around 6:30 p.m. in Hamilton County, Ohio, where police respond to a reported shooting, allegedly sparked by a neighborly dispute.
That sounds like the suspect is still on the scene. There's heavy verbal trouble. Our call taker is trying to get the family member to go.
I think it's next door. What's going on? What's going on?
Somebody's been shot.
Okay.
Police identify the suspect seen here as 24-year-old Cole Hornsby, who witnesses said lives in the building here.
Was it you? Let me see your hands. Your hands.
He did not give him, he didn't even respond. Is it you? No, turn around.
Got him? Yeah.
Steps away, first responders find Cole's neighbor, identified as 40-year-old Theodore Block, suffering from multiple apparent gunshot wounds, according to police. Investigators would later determine the unarmed grandfather was shot in the back 12 times.
Sector 32.
Back.
Is he breathing?
We're the squad's in route. The squad's in route. Is this your husband?
No,
Who is he?
stepdad. Is he breathing?
Okay, just hang out there for 1 second,
Is he
okay?
breathing?
I'm going to check him real quick, all right? Just hang out right there, okay?
Theodore was pronounced dead on the scene a short time later, as several of his family members gathered next door.
Talk to her before she run. That's stepdaughter.
Is he leaving?
That's stepdaughter, but...
Back with the suspect, police prepare to escort him to jail.
What's your name?
You've
been SWAT in. Where's the gun at? Where's the gun at, man?
Number 80 jumper. You can get it regard. I'll be responding. 987, that's clear. 982, did you copy? I did. If you would, send me the details.
Now, no matter how delusional he may be for shooting his neighbor over a tree, I gotta say he knows his rights. He didn't answer any of the questions, especially when he asked him, did he kill it? Where's the gun at? He didn't answer any of the questions. Because as soon as you would have, it puts you in the lab and you're automatically, I would say, they're using that as evidence against you. But let's keep going into this and see what else we can figure out.
Clear.
Got it? Yep.
15, you on the scene today by the male secured.
Victor 31 males in custody.
unarmed male is in custody at 1822. We've got a supervisor en route and squad has been advised to respond in.
Which car are you? It's mine. Are you hurt at all?
What are you doing, man?
Huh? I'm taking everything you got. Are you hurt at all?
What do you mean?
Get in the car.
Put my belt back on, man.
Yeah, get in the car.
Why are you putting my belt on?
Because I'm taking everything you got.
No, you're not.
Sit down.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're not taking everything I got.
Cole is secured in a patrol car as medics arrive on scene.
Next one over. Next one over.
Side yard?
Yeah, over here, next door, behind this house.
Hey, go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm looking. Right here. Ma'am.
I understand that, but right now they got to work with them, okay?
We're gonna work. Just come sit with me for a second. Okay?
Did you guys catch that him?
Yes. It was the neighbor, right?
Yeah, black shirt, jeans. Yeah. He shot him like 5 times. He's. Is my husband breathing? Please, no, I can't.
We're gonna keep on.
I want to be over there.
I know, but right now, you gotta let them work, okay? I'm gonna sit you down over here on the porch, okay?
I was right there. I took off running because he pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like you're not hit or anything, right?
No.
You guys want to hang out with her for a minute. You probably need to get a statement from her at some point. I'm sure they will take her to CIS.
Yes.
Is he coming back too?
No, I'm not sure what the medics are doing. I know that the bad guy's in custody right now, so I'm not sure what the medics are doing.
They're not telling us anything.
Well, they don't know anything yet.
I gotta go over here.
The victim's wife, who says she witnessed the shooting, gets a chance to catch her breath before investigators question her further.
So, are you the one that called 911? Can you tell me what happened?
We heard a gunshot. We went over there. The neighbor came outside and I came outside. My husband was cutting the tree that fell.
Okay.
And he went over there and told him to put the gun away. He doesn't need a gun because he came over here. We called the cops on him once before. He came over, he was pointing a bow and arrow at me. And my husband said, "You're f***ing crazy. You pointed a bow and arrow at my wife. You don't need a gun." And he started running his mouth. I said, "Ted, we'll just go call the cops." And Ted's like, so my husband started walking away, and then he said something. My husband turned around and he just shot him.
Okay. And did you see that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard that right. Witnesses say Theodore was cutting the tree, seen here, when Cole allegedly fired his gun in the backyard. That's when Theodore, who was reportedly babysitting his grandchildren at the time, approached Cole to ask him to stop, before the suspect allegedly turned his aim toward his neighbor. Now, police next door continue trying to figure out what happened here.
Did he get the gun?
No, I checked him. It's probably, I think he lives up in here. So it's...
Yeah, he said he left and came back.
What?
Where'd you first see him when he got...
He was standing right here with his hands in his pockets, staring. They said after he shot him, he went back into his house and then came back outside. So...
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure he lives up here in this building.
Do we have multiple GSWs?
We have 2 in the left upper leg and 3 in the stomach, and we believe 1 more in the right ear.
Okay.
Seconds later, the property landlord and suspected relative of Cole's arrives on scene.
But I need to know if you did hear or see anything at all. Okay. Do you live around here?
I own this property.
All of it?
No, I own from over. I don't own that building. I don't own that house there. I own this place.
Okay. Do you have a tenant that lives here?
Yes.
What's his name?
Cole Morgsby.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you could stick around and be present for us, because we're probably going to have to come back and ask some questions, okay?
Okay.
So,
Is he here?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my suspect's dad is over there. He owns the property. Okay. Just for
so
spitting it out there, so I'm not the only one.
This gentleman lives here. His wife is on the porch.
Okay.
The female homeowner from here is where? Because she's not over there.
Okay. Well, she might be.
So if she's inside, we just want to make sure, A, there's no more shooting victims.
Let's knock
B,
on the window and see if there's anybody.
If there's any.
Police realize another potential witness is nearby and attempt to talk to her.
Okay, you just need to take a breath.
I'm just freaked out.
Okay, so you rent this house?
I rent this house.
Okay, does somebody rent this garage?
The guy that shot him rents that house.
Okay, so the young guy.
What happened?
Well, we're gonna have detectives come.
Okay,
they're
we'll
gonna come
have them
talk
up
to you.
there.
I don't want you to keep telling me 5 different times. So I'm gonna let you catch your breath, compose yourself a little bit. It's kind of a scary situation.
Yes, very scary.
Okay.
Very scary.
So the deceased actually lives in the house next door. His wife is over there on the front porch. Okay. This gentleman lives up here. They had an altercation about a tree. The deceased was cutting up a tree that had fallen down. He comes out, they exchange words, he shot him.
Next, another officer gets a chance to speak with a paramedic who shares more details she says came from the victim's wife.
Going into a yard to cut down a dead tree and have your neighbor come out and shoot you.
Is that what happened?
She says, I think his name is Mark. Apparently,
So there's this tree right here.
this tree here is in their yard.
Yeah.
He was going out to cut it down because you can see it's dead.
Yep.
And the guy came out, and I guess in the past, he's tried to hit her with a bow and arrow. Well, today he came out and started a fight, according to his wife. She came out to find out what's going on. His wife came out to find out what's going on, and he went and got a gun. And he said, put the gun away. This isn't anything you need a gun for.
Right.
And then he shot him, I guess, 3 times from what she said. And she's the one that called 911. And she said, I don't know where his wife went. Is she still there? And I'm like,
She saw the whole thing?
She did. Yeah, and she called 911.
Witnesses say Cole allegedly threatened the victim's wife in the past by pointing a bow and arrow at her, an alleged incident one officer wants to know more about.
Now, I don't know if I could, you point a bow and arrow at my wife? That wouldn't be we just not going to end it at that situation. No, somebody has to we got to be honest, somebody got to get fought. Or the police got to get involved. We got to call somebody. We're not just going to sit around while you literally just pointed a bow and arrow at my wife. You have problems mentally, and you need to see someone. Let's keep going into this.
I think his name is Mark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't even know your neighbor's name, and he killed your husband?
Right.
For cutting down a dead tree?
Very odd.
Yeah, she said that she thinks that he came back from the military and was really not right in head.
So all this started over cutting down a tree? Do you know the neighbor at all?
I mean, they've had problems before, and they've called the cops on him before.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And we heard that he just got out of prison and everything, and he didn't have his mind. But other than that, my mom, he's pointed a bow and arrow at my mom before. And I think that's when they called the
just told me.
cops.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
How long have they lived there?
He just moved in. He just got out of prison.
So it's recent, like 3 months ago. That's all it started when he moved here.
Yeah.
I heard this guy threatened you with a bow and arrow before, too. Wow.
He's weird. Like, you can look in his eyes and see crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he had a hand. I thought he had I didn't know he had a handgun.
Yeah. It was all started with cutting the tree down.
No, my husband was cutting the tree down, yeah, and we heard the gunshot, and he went over there. And he lost his life over.
Now, to me, it doesn't sound, I don't know what the whole situation was, but it sounds like for some reason, he had a problem with old buddy. I don't know, because it sounds like he was cutting down the tree down automatically. That's when he heard the gunshots. And then that's when they confronted each other. I don't know if the whole thing is because of the tree. But in this day and age, would we even really know? Or would we be shocked by that?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing at all. I told him just to leave him alone too. I'm just walking and call the cops. Does anybody talk to that coward neighbor over there?
Which one?
They said they couldn't find her. She was right there when it happened.
Okay, so I guess I got lost in translation. I was assuming it was his wife. So a female lives in the house?
Yeah.
And he lives in the white garage.
Yeah. He harasses her. She came outside and said, I'm terrified of this guy. He's got a gun.
Okay.
So that's why my husband...
That was today too?
Yeah. That's why my husband went over there. Because we all heard the gunshot, and she walked outside like freaking out.
Well, I know they were trying to preserve the crime scene as much as possible before the detectives got here. So I know that regardless, by the end of all this, she'll be talked to. So.
She was right there.
Did she leave?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What kind of car did she drive?
Right when my husband got shot, I fell on the ground.
Yeah.
And then he took off and started calling 911 and ran inside.
Did he run off anywhere when it happened?
Yeah, he took off that way, and then I came inside. I came inside and called 911, and I peeked out my back door, and he was shaking my husband. He came back.
Yeah. So he ran off down the street or to the field?
I don't know.
Just that direction?
That direction.
Okay. Because I know they have not recovered a gun yet. So
they haven't recovered a gun.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where you could have ditched the gun.
He took off that way.
Okay.
It was a handgun.
Okay. Was it black, silver?
Black. All black. I mean, I was terrified he was going to shoot me too.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going through.
Now, y'all heard that little detail. He said that he came back and he was over there shaking the body, most likely trying to understand, see if the body was, if he was alive, if he killed somebody. Because he's going to try to claim self-defense. I can see it. He's going to try to claim self-defense.
It was mine.
He unloaded the clip on my husband. I heard just pop, 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 pop. Why? Why over nothing? He didn't even put his hands on him. Because he was afraid.
Things in life will never make sense.
I should have just knocked his ass out.
I know this.
Oh, I know exactly who shot him. I can pinpoint him to a T.
I know that. That's what
I can describe him to a T.
I'm saying everything you said or you heard or saw is very important right now to write down.
I don't care if there's a gun or not. I know what I saw.
Well, I know no one's doubting you at all. We got him. No one doubts you.
Back at the police station, officers prepare to lead Cole inside.
Right. You step out. We're going to walk through that black door right there, and we're going to walk through a hallway. Ready? I'm going to help you walk since you have your hands behind your back, so in case you fall forward, you don't fall on your face, okay? Nope. It's our department policy. I'm going to come back out and grab your stuff here in a second. It's like your phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that, okay?
What did you say your name is again?
Malone.
Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
You know his songs?
A lot of them, yeah. We're going to go this way right here.
Can I help you?
We're going to go.
In reference to what? In reference to a medical problem? Medical fraud. That way? Medical fraud.
Wait a second.
Where did this incident occur?
Fairfield Hospital is what the bill is for. I live in Hamilton County.
Okay. Did you make any payments on this?
No. But somebody got it.
Hey, Phil.
You gotta give me a minute.
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I got the one going. So you're not out any money, is this bill coming to you?
Yeah, it's all kind of given to my name and information.
Looks like you're gonna puke something. I just want to make sure.
Those, so are those unsolved murders or murders?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like murders, right?
I would assume it's like
murderies.
Maybe.
Cole was booked for first-degree murder and tampering with evidence after police alleged he hid the gun used in the crime. That gun was reportedly later found in a backyard shed.
No, the hospital is not in our county. Yes, you know where that's at? That's the one in
Yes.
Yes, it's on off of Hanover Street. That's where you need to go. Good luck. All right, well, what's going on with you?
I would assume we should probably put him in a cell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on here while I want to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not safe.
Let's go get safe, then I'll hold it here a second. Okay. To your right. Face the wall in front of you, please. The wall thing. Flip over a little bit. Look at it, okay? Did you pat him down already? Mm-hmm. Did you have anything on it?
I got the rest of the stuff in an envelope in my car.
Identification right now?
Oh yeah, you guys
got all that. Please, yeah. Leave that on. No, I can't, sir. I know it's important to you, and I understand that. I'll make sure it's safe. I'm gonna put it in this envelope. I have no reason to keep it.
I'm gonna do a more thorough one.
I understand.
Nope, I took that off already.
Okay. Okay, so he's going to remove the handcuffs. That's what I want you to do. He takes the handcuff off here, whatever hand he takes off of him, put your hand flat on the wall in front of you. Understand those instructions? Sure. Okay. Leave your hand on the wall until I tell you to remove it, please.
We're gonna do the same thing with this hand, okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Step back a little bit. Keep hands on the wall. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pat you down, and I'm going to have you also remove your shoes, and I'm going to have you remove your socks. I'm going to check those out. If everything's okay, we'll be putting them back on. You understand that? Okay. Okay, go ahead and remove your socks.
Practice that? It was hard.
Do what?
Practice that? Hard to swallow.
I've been doing this about 30 years.
Okay,
put your hands back on the wall for a second for that one.
He's so calm. It's like he doesn't even care about the situation he's in right now. That just shows the mindset of some of these people who commit these crazy crimes. Shooting someone 12 times, that's going to be hard to plead as self-defense. But that is what most likely he's going to do unless he takes a plea deal. Let's keep going and finish up this video.
Lift up your right foot. As far as unless they want it or anything, as far as I'm concerned, you can have it back. That's not anything.
That's like a religious thing.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I'll make sure if I get it back to you, I'll make sure you get it back. Okay, but for now, I can't have you have anything in there while you're in the cell. I think you understand that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards your religion or anything like that. What time do you get, by the way?
1909.
All right, thank you. Okay, would you like to answer any medical questions at this time? No. Okay. I can't figure that, that's fine. So, the only reason I'm asking you medical questions is in case something happens to you, who do you know who to get a hold of, or like family-wise or something like that. That's the only reason I'm asking stuff like that. I don't know anything about your incident. Don't want to know anything about your incident. I'm not going to ask you anything about your incident. So, knowing that, can you answer some of my questions now?
That's what I need to.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not an issue. go ahead and put him straight away. I gotta grab some keys. Put him straight away in one there.
What with me? Just a temporary.
You can tell that that officer's been doing that for a while. That intake officer.
Holding. Okay.
Yes, let's see.
There's a sink there. Yep. And a toilet for you.
They make it later, so
that's fine.
I'm just gonna watch them
on the camera.
Cole was sentenced to 24 years to life behind bars. Subscribe now.
They said 24 years to life. So obviously that didn't work. It's pleading self-defense. At least that's what I'm thinking he tried to do, but 24 years over you shooting someone 12 times because of an argument. See, people nowadays, I've said this plenty of times, people nowadays cannot handle their emotion. It's widespread between the young adults by the YNs and all that stuff. They can't control their emotions and they are too quick to snap. Too quick to snap, too quick to do something to like throwing their life away. All in the heat of the moment. But question is, are we mad that they snap? Yes, it's horrible for the victims that they snap on. But they're getting out of society, at least hopefully, if the judicial system is doing the right thing, which we all know sometimes definitely doesn't all the time. But we need to get them away from us, away out of the general public. These people who can't control their emotions and who have access to these horrible weapons sometimes. I'm 100% for owning a gun, but only the right people should own guns, and the people who have them should know how to use them. That's the main important thing. But it's a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Now, that is the end of the show today, y'all. A little bit over today, but we made it through. We made it through because there's a lot of crazy things that we need to look at and we need to talk about. The world is a very crazy place and we have to review the world together, y'all. We have to review the world together. Now, if you have anything you disagree with me on, please leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. I'm never going to say I'm always right. I'm never going to say I understand everything, but the best way to review this stuff is for us to discuss it together. But that's it for now, y'all. You already know these videos will be broken down. And like always, the best way to show your support is to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Yes, that's the best way. But that is it for now, y'all. You already know I got to play that outro. Peace.